So there's 3 locations. There's a house, a jail, a graveyard, and a police station. The police station is still functioning now in Charleston, South Carolina.
Are they all in the same area?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I'll give a little backstory. So the police station is still a police station that is still very occupied by ghosts, natural lives in the world. So nevertheless, so he starts taking us on a tour. So he starts to tell us a story about a woman by the name of Lavinia Fisher. Lavinia Fisher was a serial killer, legitimate serial killer, not me just labeling her. She was a legitimate serial killer. She had a bed and breakfast in South Carolina, ran with her husband. And what they would do is they would kill people and take their money. Like they would, put them up and rob them and then kill them. So one night, a traveler comes by and he says, he looked poor or whatever, and she didn't want to take him. So he asked to make a phone call. He makes a phone call, and she listens in on the phone call and discovers that this guy has acres and he's wealthy. So she puts him up instead because she now sees a ploy to get him. In the midst of that, she used to spike tea. She would spike their tea when drinking it, so she would try to kill him. So after that, she made an attempt to try to kill him, but he got away. And this is the real Cliff Notes version. You can go Google this story. So nevertheless, he gets away. So she is in this jail. So she was killed in the prison where we were at. There's a little boy that.
Wait, you went to the prison or the house?
We went to the prison. I'm calling it a house, but this was the prison where we were.
Oh, okay.
So we're there, and she was killed there, murdered there. A little boy who stole fruit was murdered in this place.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So
wow.
The tour guide takes us into 4 different rooms. The first room, he says, "Hey, look, guys, take as many pictures as you want. We want you to get it. You're gonna feel a little different in certain rooms here." So the first room we go into, it's extremely cold. Okay. Extremely cold. But I'm like, man, y'all got the AC on. It ain't cold. Like, whatever. I'm not rolling it. Mind you, it had to be 110 degrees out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No exaggeration in South Carolina. So I'm hot going in. As soon as you go in, I'm like, y'all got the air on. I'm not rolling. Whatever. Go into the second room. It's just a dark room, but it was closed off. And he said that a lot of people have had bad experiences going into this room because a guy with a bayonet, a ghost, would go and try to kill you.
Oh,
and would lunge at you, so they wouldn't let anyone in that room.
Did you want to go in that room, Brandon?
That room, no, I wouldn't. I didn't want this guy to bayonet me. Pause. So I didn't want that guy. You tried to catch me. You tried it. Anywho, so yeah, wasn't doing that. The third room, which was interesting, so it was a cell. It was a cell in a big room. That room was extremely hot, and the guy said, "Hey, look, a lot of you can take pictures in here. A lot of you may start to feel sick. We don't know what's going on in this room. We've never been able to explain it." Harvard or I can't think of what school it was just there at that time, like maybe a week before, doing a study on that room to try to study the activity in the room because they can't figure it out. So as soon as we go in there, I feel the heat. So I'm like, oh shit, and you can feel the energy, if that makes sense. Like you can just feel it. And at first I thought maybe it was just my imagination. And now by this time I'm sobering up because shit is starting to get real. So I'm like, all right, whatever. This ain't no big deal. A woman comes out and they start to extremely get sick. Like extremely sick. So now I'm like, ugh.
Like throwing up and stuff?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is a little bit much now. This is a lot. So I tried to take pictures. None of my pictures came out when I was in the room. One woman's phone wouldn't turn on. Another guy, his phone started getting extremely hot as if it was overheating. My phone, I took a bunch of pictures. None of them came out to what I thought. So fast forward and we go down to the last room. The last room is the torture room. The torture room is a big room. It's like a hallway. And there was a big drain, and then the room next to it was a room that, again, was locked off. It was blocked off. Something had happened in that room. They wouldn't tell us. Till this day, I don't know what happened in the room, but something bad happened in that room where it was off limits. No one could go in there.
Wait, someone happened to like someone on the tour, or
yes, something happened to someone on the tour,
and they probably got possessed.
It was their butcher room, and they would not. There was a big padlock on it, heavy padlock on it. I'm prefacing that for a reason. So, fast forward just a little bit more. So as we're standing there, he's wrapping up the guide, the tour, or whatever, and there's a little boy there with his mom. and he's standing kind of close to the door where the big padlock is, but nothing. I see where the kid is. So everyone now is freaked out because people are throwing up, and the whole energy in that room was just crazy. The lock starts to move. Now, when I say this lock was extremely heavy, people, this was not no ordinary lock. It was a big...
Not no locker lock.
Yeah, no, not no chump. Like, this was a lock. The lock starts to move. So the woman yells at her son. She says, "What are you doing? Why are you touching stuff?" And I said, "Ma'am, he didn't touch that lock." Literally, a big gust of cold air goes past all of us. The lock stops moving.
Ooh.
Now I'm nervous. I'm like, "All right, fam, get me out of here." That's not even a half. I'm going to end the story now. So leaving the prison, we're all a little freaked out. So the tour guide was like, "Hey, guys, check your phones. Let's see what you guys got." So I'm like, I don't got anything. Now, he told me about orbs, which I should have mentioned early on. But orbs, there's different color orbs. There's like a yellow orb. There's like a white orb, a purple orb. But that means it's almost like a sun glare. When you take a picture of a sun, you see those little sprinkles. But they look different. I had a few of those on my pictures, right? So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I'm scrolling by, and the tour guide says, "Oh, let me see that picture." And I said, "What?" It's just I took a picture of the outside of the prison. He said, let me see the picture. And I said, okay. So as he zooms in, I see a figure of the woman, Lavinia Fisher, and the little boy. Oh. Let me line some dots for you. This was the 25th anniversary of that tour. It was on the 25th day that we went. It was on the 25th time, the last time that they'd ever even seen her, and the first time that the little boy was ever spotted in the jail. The boy has always been seen in the graveyard. He's never been seen in the jail. The picture that I had, the tour people, they kept calling us. It was like, National Geographic wants to see it, and we want you to come back down. We were freaked out. My whole crew that I vacationed with already, like we were freaked out, and we never went back. And they kept calling and wanting us to come.
Why didn't you just email the photo?
Because I am a black man in the South, and I was already worried. It was.
You can do anonymous.
Oh my God,
you can
no!
do anonymously.
Even scratch that. So then, after this, now I'm sober, but I want to drink more. So we go back to the bar. Yeah. And the waitress comes over and she says, "Hey, you guys look like you've seen a ghost." And I said, "Ha ha 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 ha! We actually have." Like I got a leg up on her. She says, "Oh, okay. Well, if you go into the bathroom after midnight, you'll meet Lucy, the normal ghost in there. That when you go to wash your hands, she jumps out at you." So I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah." She was like, "Don't you know the rumors in the city are true? This is the most haunted place in the world."
Charleston,
South Carolina.
I'm checking that off of my vacation list.
So I say that to say, people, do your research on Charleston, South Carolina. The haunted houses are in fact real haunted houses and haunted establishments. The story is really more in depth than that, but for time purposes, obviously, I was trying to skim this down.
Damn, Brandon. You need to get the photo.
Yeah, I have the photo. I still have the photo.
Yo, we should put the photo.
I don't know.
Boom.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing that. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. I'll think about it. Nevertheless, from that day forward, ghosts are some real shit. I don't fuck with them. I respect their space and their peace. And that was my ghost story. Yeah. There's so many more layers to this, though.
I'm not surprised.
There really is. Like, I wanted to tell the full story of how Lavinia got killed. I want you guys to just go Google it. It's public knowledge. I never got the little boy's name because by that time,
you were just like, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
Like we were all just ready to leave. It was too much going on. Everyone was scared at this point. Like it was a lot going on. It was a very interesting night and changed my perspective on just life and energy and things like that for me. It was really, really intense. It really was. And I know for maybe even people in the room, our crew and people that are listening, I don't really give two shits if y'all believe me or not. I could care less.
Nas is like, absolutely not.
Nas, so you guys, you heard him on the other episode. He doesn't believe in anything. He's a serial killer. But nevertheless, I don't care what I listen. The look on these people's faces, the phone calls that were made, the constant effort to bring us back out to get this picture. A lot of the events that I had to leave out, just again for time purposes, that happened that night, led me to believe that this was some real shit. And then doing my due diligence and then searching that Harvard and all of these other Ivy League schools actually do study the area where we were, and or that prison in particular, because there's a lot of anomalies that happen there that they can't explain, led me to believe that, this is, it was deep. It was some real shit.
Got real out there in those Charleston streets.
Man. Street ghosts ain't no joke, man. It's real out here.
Don't be playing with them ghosts. They're gonna run up on you.
Yeah, man. So that was
they're gonna do it. They're gonna do a ghost by.
Yo, you playing?
I'm not. I've dealt with that stuff. But now I drive by, a ghost by.
I see what you did there.
No, listen. I'm not making fun of you. I've had my own individual experiences, more so when I was a kid. So I believe in that stuff too. I don't really care what anyone says, and if you don't believe in it, trust me, you don't really want to always see that stuff.
Yeah, I'll just caution you guys by saying be careful what you wish for, because I was talking hella shit. It's like, I wish a ghost would approach me. What? In the streets? Huh? On vacation?
Yo, they waited for you outside the door too.
And I got the Henny in the system. It's lit. Nah, it wasn't lit. There was nothing lit about it.
Yo, they legit came at you like the goon squad. They waited outdoor for you. They said, what?
No, that was the most humbling experience in my life. Legitimate. It was humbling.
Just don't be drunk going to no haunted houses anymore, Brandon.
Or don't
that was the part that was like, he really was drunk and went. Like, what?
Because I thought it was a joke, man. I didn't take it. I never took any of that serious. Like really serious to the extent where I would have an experience. Like you watch Unsolved Mysteries and all these crazy Goosebumps, all types of stupid shit that you watch when you're a kid, and you're like, oh, that's not real. So that was me. I went in very ignorant to that, and then I think we all did at that time. Like we all went into it like whatever, and it turned out to be something different. So I mean, lesson learned for me. I'm good money.